If you like shooting cinematics with your phone, I think Moza Mini S is one of the best ones out there. This gimbal charges through USB-C, so I would only need to bring one type of cable to charge all my devices. It comes with a mini tripod, a cable to control your phone without Bluetooth, and a carrying pouch. Balancing on the Mini S is actually easier or less limiting than other phone gimbals out there. All the other phone gimbals that I owned, the bottom of the phone is always bumped up against the motor. The Moza Mini S, it doesn't do that. I can actually move left or right, and I can easily balance it faster than the other ones. And since the bottom is free now, I can actually charge it easily, and I can use the cable that came with it. With the other phone gimbals, if I wanted to charge my phone, I would have to push it more to the side, most likely the left side, and at that point, the gimbal wouldn't support the weight or the balance, and it just turns off. So I would need to add a counterweight to it. But with this system, or what Moza Mini did with their way of balancing, it really kind of solved that problem. The folding feature is a great addition to these phone gimbals because it's really shaped awkwardly and it's kind of long, so if you have a smaller bag, it's not going to fit very well. So with this feature of having it fold halfway, you can actually fit in smaller bags. So the chances of the Moza Mini S fitting in, let's say, a woman's purse or a handbag is much higher than a DJI Osmo Mobile 2 or the Bambu 2 from Filmmaker. The other motor has a little locking mechanism where it really keeps it in place while you're traveling, so whether it's not in folded or in folded mode, it really keeps it in place, so it's a nice addition to have. For battery life, it lasted me throughout the whole day. I took it to a trip to Chicago and I used it for over 12 hours, and at the end I still got some juice left. I didn't keep it on the whole entire time when I know that I'm not going to use it, like I'm traveling from the airport to the city. Of course I'm going to turn it off because I'm not going to use it. Once I'm in the city, I did keep it on for a very long time, but I also used the standby feature a lot. When I first read about the standby mode, I thought I wouldn't be using it too much because I don't think it would apply to me, but ever since I've started shooting with it or shooting with this gimbal, I've just been using it a lot, and it's to the point where I'm just naturally doing it. So if I see nothing interesting to shoot, or if I want to reply back to text, I use the standby feature. The other thing I like about the standby mode is it keeps this connection with Bluetooth since the gimbal is still on. So if I fully turn it off like the other gimbals out there, I would have to wait to reconnect to the app all the time. For the app, it's really easy to use and clean looking. One thing I noticed is the app is a bit different on each of the Android and Apple side. So I noticed that on the Apple side, you get a lot more features, like you get zebras, you get audio meters, and you do get different frame choices to shoot. While on the Android, you get this focusing mode, which isn't as useful as the others on the iPhone. So if you own the iPhone, the app on the iPhone version is much more cleaner and much more smoother. Overall, it feels a bit more finished. The ergonomics feels great and it is comfortable to use throughout the whole day. The only thing that I wish that could be better is the trigger commands. To recenter, you gotta double tap the trigger, and I feel like going back to its mark, it's a bit too slow. So when I recenter, I would have to keep my hand exactly where it is until it's done recentering. And there are times where I noticed that I made tiny movements and it recentered to its last point, so that little movement, it wouldn't register or it wouldn't center to that tiny movement. So I would have to recenter it again and just keep my hand still while holding down the trigger that activates follow mode. And for me, I found myself needing to hold it down for a good second to the point where I feel like it's too long to activate. So in the end, I just wish the trigger commands is a bit more responsive or faster. Overall, I really like this gimbal if you're filming in the city or just shooting cinematics. I feel like this gimbal has a lot of buttons and a lot of commands to learn, so I wouldn't fully recommend it to a person who just wants to mount their phone on the gimbal and go shoot. Yes, the Moza Mini S can still do that, but I feel like this is more geared towards the person who likes to do mobile filmmaking. So that is my review of the Moza Mini S. If you have any questions, ask them down below, and I also have links for you as well if you want to check them out. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys later.